Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video will be a basic tutorial on how to make a dive bomber in Minecraft using the create mod and various other create add-ons. The mods we'll be using in this tutorial are linked up on the screen right now. All the mods are free on CurseForge and the download links will be in the description. With that being said, let's get on to committing war crimes against your friends. The first step is to make the engine and cockpit area. So you just want to place a creative motor here, facing up. Then you want to place vertical gearbox. Make sure the blank side is facing like that. And then you want to place a clutch right here, the lever on top. This will be your method of starting up and stopping the engine. Then you want to place 2 shafts here, and then a propeller bearing. Place 3 shafts right down here, and then place a vertical gearbox facing like this. Okay, let's just get rid of this grass block. What I recommend, set the creative motor speed to the maximum rotation. Doesn't matter what rotation is going in. And this is optional, but if you want to, you can make it look nicer by putting some casings around the shafts. Just like that. Then you just want to place any kind of wool you want, just like this. Leave the spot open for another vertical gearbox. And then you just want to case it like this. I recommend you leave the top spot open so you can update the propeller bearing once it's ready. Then we want to place the canopy around the cockpit. Just like this. I recommend using framed glass, it looks more nicer. And of course you want to actually go inside the cockpit. So place some glass trapdoors here. And then finally you want to place at least 1 seat down here so you can actually control the plane and not fall out. And then you just want to place a base here for your propeller. And just like that, first step is complete. Now this is optional, but I highly recommend it. But at this point you want to infuse physics on the plane now. The easiest way to do this is to use a ship helm and then you shift right click and then just click assemble. Just like that, your plane has physics now. You can move it around with a gravitron, just like this. And it will fall to the ground. Now the reason why I infused physics earlier in this tutorial is because when I was initially building this plane, it would usually break some of the stuff when I infuse physics at the end. So unless if you guys want to go through the annoying repair process, I recommend you just infuse physics at the beginning. Now to make it easier to build, you want to go right up to your plane, right click it so now it's in the air, and then you want to left click it and it will be frozen in the air so it can be easier to build now. Next step you want to do is build your propeller and wings. So around the center block here on the propeller bearing, you want to place down 4 windmills on each side of the, just like that. You can do 3 if you want to, but I recommend 4. So just like that. To make sure your propeller is working, you want to make sure that this is switched off, and if it's still not moving, you just right click the propeller bearing. And it seems I made a mistake. Okay, I fixed the problem, so I actually don't know what happened. So make sure that this is updated. You'll know if it's updated by this side area here. When you click it, it will move this little orange thing. And then once you flip this lever, the propeller will start moving. So switch the clutch off for now, and let's get to the wings. So on this gearbox right here, you want to place down a flat bearing on each side. Make this block right here, and place a redstone link on both sides. Now it's time for the long process. So you want to place down from the flap bearing 13 flaps in this direction. Now for the wing, you just want to place it next to the flaps like this. So place under 15. And then continue that all the way up to here. So now that I have that done, by the way I made a mistake. It's only up to here, not here. Just fill the top in with any kind of wool you want. So now it should look like this. And let me just fill this part with red wool because I'm basing this off a Japanese bomber. Alright, that's what the wing should look like. Now all I want to do is repeat this for the other side too. Next step of the tutorial is you want to take some super glue and the top wool above the flaps. You want to glue that entire thing to the flaps just like this. As you can see, that highlighted there for a second. So when you click this entire thing is all one. So just disable that for now, and then do this for the other side too. Next step is linking your controller to these redstone links. So first you want to do is set these redstone links to receiver mode. By shift right clicking, you would see this white dish over here. So do that for every single redstone link. Next step you want to do is to set up your redstone controller. So you just shift right click As you can see, I got nothing yet. But just to make it a little easier, I'm gonna use different colored wool for the different colored keybinds. You can put anything you want. It's just easier if you put wool. So as you can see, the blue wool means the plane goes up. The red wool means the plane goes down. Yellow wool means the plane goes left. The green wool means the plane goes right. The black wool means the plane drops bombs, and the white wool means that the plane shoots guns. Since we only have the wings right now, you want to be focusing more on these parts, the A and D keybinds, that make the plane go left and right. So what you want to do is make sure that the redstone link matches with the link controller. So I put the yellow wool on the top and the green wool on the top. So this needs to match too. So I put green wool on the bottom, it's not going to work. If I put green wool on the top, it will work. So to make it turn right with my green wool example, you want to put green wool here and a green wool here on the other corner. And you do the same for the left turn, yellow here and then a yellow here. So you want to make it like alternate. Test if it works, you want to right click your flat bearings, make sure it's all one solid thing, and if you do this, it will work. This one is not set on receiver mode, so make sure you got all the rest of the links on receiver mode. Now it works. It should look like this now. So the next step will be the guns and the wheels. So for the wheels, you want to count down 3 blocks to the right of the body and just place like that. Make sure you're facing this way. So the wheels should look like that. Let's do the same for this side. Okay, that's a little off. Just like that. So your wheels should look like that now. The next step will be making your guns. So from this invisible block, which is actually the wheel, you want to count down right before the flaps. You want to place your compact cannon mount just right there. Then for the gun, I picked steel autocannon because I don't really know about the different types of autocannons. So you got the bronze autocannon, cast iron autocannon, incomplete, and unboard. I don't know about the different ones, so I'm just using steel. So some of the gun, you just want to place this there. Recoil spring. Make sure the red is facing this way. Then place this barrel. I recommend placing 3 barrels. You can do 2 if you want though. And then place your breech there. And then this creative autocannon container, which already has stuff in it. Just put any 2 bullets you want here. And this one's kind of optional. And you just want to hook it on to your breech. Assemble the gun. Place a lever here. And you just flip it. As you can see, you can't break it anymore. Then to link it to your controller, place redstone link there. Since we used the white wool for the guns, we're gonna place a white wool here. Make sure this is set on receiver mode. And now when you press shift, it will start shooting. Now you just want to do that for the other side too, but except make sure the gun mount is facing this way now. So as you can see now, shift on your redstone controller, both guns will start shooting. As you can see, cause lots of damage. So by now, we already have the front part of the plane done. Now we're getting to the good stuff. The middle part of the plane, where we'll be dropping bombs. So what you want to do, place a vertical gearbox right there, another one on top. Make sure it's facing this way, and you want to place 2 shafts. If you want to, you can encase them. You want to place another gearbox down here, then another shaft down here. Encase it if you want. Place a deployer like this. You gotta break this temporarily. You want to place a creative crate there, and then a hopper. Forgot to put that in my hotbar. I'll place a hotbar right there. Then you want to place any kind of these bombs right here. Gas bomb, small bomb cluster, or medium bomb. We're just gonna be using small bomb cluster. So it should be like that right now, and then you just want to put this back, and it should place the small bomb cluster right here. Now all you want to do is just fill this in with wool. I recommend you leave a spot here so that to reduce weight. Once you have that, you want to place a redstone link here. Make sure it's set on receiver mode, and as you can see from our link controller, assign space to drop bombs with black wool. We're gonna place black wool right there. So now, once you drop it, you should drop it, and it creates a big explosion. Now from your bomb area, place 3 wool blocks like this, and then just fill it in. Now let's get on to building the tail. So from here, on the 3 blocks you placed from the bombs, you want to place down a gearbox with a gap right there, and then you fill in that gap with a creative motor, set it to max speed if you want. Then what you want to do, place another flat bearing here, and some more redstone links, just like that. Then let's make the horizontal stabilizers. You want to take a flap, place 6 of them from the flat bearing just like this. And then you just want to do the same thing with the wing, and then repeat that 3 times. So now it should look like this, And then you just want to do this for the other side too. So now since we set the blue wool to make the plane go up and the red wool to go down, we're gonna have to assign these redstone links as according so make sure they're on receiver mode. Now instead of alternating them like we did back there, you wanna just like straight across. So this redstone link will make it go down and this redstone link will make it go up. So now you just want to fill this entire thing with wool. Make sure that it's 2 blocks away from these flaps. Just like that. Now just like the wings on the front, we want to place wool on the top like this. And then you want to take some super glue and just like the front wings, glue it like that. And then update the flap bearings. So now when you use your link controller, it should look like this when you press W and then S. And now the final necessary step is to make your vertical stabilizer. Place 5 blocks like this, repeat that 4 times. And just like that, your plane is complete. If you want to make this plane really aesthetic, you can dye all the flaps and wings themselves, and it gives them its really cool color right here, just like that. And you can do this for the bottom too. Make sure you want to deactivate these flap bearings so that they become full blocks again and you can dye them. Now if you want to cover up these annoying parts, you can use copycat panels. Just apply a matching wool texture to it. Oh, by the way, I want to make this white too. Now you don't want to place copycat panels here because it will make the bomb have a higher chance of exploding your plane. You want to leave space for that. So just like that, it now looks more cleaner. And I also forgot to mention you can dye the propellers too. Just make sure you deactivate it. Now the part you've been waiting for. Taking this plane for a spin. So just make sure that all the flap bearings are updated, once you can't click on them anymore. And also make sure that the propeller bearing is updated. Now to actually start your plane, get in your cockpit, ride the seat. Now while holding the link controller, click this lever. I recommend going to third person. Now you can control your plane. S to go down, W to go up, D to go to the right, and A to go to the left. And to drop your bombs, press space. To shoot your guns, press shift. Now let's go commit some war crimes, shall we? Anyways guys, thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you have any problems with the plane, be sure to let me know in the comments down below and I'd be happy to help. If you have any suggestions on how I can improve my content to make it more engaging, I'd be also happy to know about that too. Anyways guys, have a blessed day and see you in the next video.